Thank you, Your Honor, for giving me the opportunity to explain why we are here. You see, this evil Frenchman has been harassing me with his ridiculous theories of deconstruction. I do not want to hear about his crazy ideas anymore. I want to live in a world where blue is blue, right is right, and shopping is shopping. Please make this man stop harassing me.
You use the word harassment. I find myself curious about what this word means. Does it imply its seeming opposite, solitude? Does it imply that some sort of autonomy is preferred? Clearly, Mr. Arnold imagines an opposition which might be described as tranquility versus harassment, where the first term is privileged. In other words, he prejudicially imagines a world where tranquility or solitude or autonomy is a good, and where harassment is some kind of evil. I submit to Your Honor, however, that such an opposition is false. Therefore, there is no crime committed.
What? What are you talking about now? You cannot talk your way out of this with your stubborn nonsensical theories.
What I mean is what I just said. There is no truth to the idea that tranquility and harassment are a good and evil, not even that they are opposites. To explain, let us suppose that I no longer spoke to the plaintiff, Mr. Arnold. He imagines that he would be in a state of tranquility. But he would be in error. His entire thought processes are besieged every day by the prejudices of language that limit and structure his thinking. The same words that allow him to call me into this courtroom harass him. They tell him that what we're doing here actually means something.
That is enough.
The signifier harassment implies an abstract opposite which does not exist. One cannot experience autonomy or tranquility while besieged. We have only the jouet, the play of signifiers, before us. Mr. Arnold's thinking is merely the traced extension of hundreds of generations of language users that have caused him to believe that he can be himself, alone and at peace.
I was happy before you showed up.
And since tranquility and autonomy cannot exist, its simple opposite becomes problematic. Therefore, I submit to this court that one of two conditions exists. 1. That Mr. Arnold is harassed, no matter what I do, in which case, I have not committed a crime. Or 2. That harassment does not exist, in which case I cannot commit a crime.
Your Honor, you can see what I have been putting up with. If Your Honor is feeling confused or harassed, I submit that a crime has been committed. I ask that Jacques Derrida be punished to the full extent of the law.
It is true that deconstruction can frustrate those who have blindly accepted society's limits upon their thinking. My role is simply to help Mr. Arnold understand first that he is a prisoner of his limited thinking, and that I can help free him by teaching him how to deconstruct. He must accept that there is no central meaning to any signifier, nor are there boundaries on the definition of one. Words have become metaphors for metaphors. And as for the full extent of the law, I submit that the term law itself equally cannot exist. The idea that there is an opposition between order and chaos, law and crime, justice and injustice, well, these signifiers have themselves become cluttered with prejudices and politics until the slippage between terms like terrorist and freedom fighter, between communist and fascist, between Obama and Osama, or even between Justin Bieber and talent, becomes confusing for everyone.
Stop it. Stop it now.
The absence of a transcendental signified extends the domain and play of signification infinitely.
That does not even make sense.
Yes, it does, because there is no law, no truth, no democracy. Nietzsche said that God is dead, and this is what he meant. We have decentered everything through language. There is no law which may punish me for harassment. Neither the crime nor the agency to enforce it mean anything.
You are ridiculous. You can try to weasel your way out of this if you want to.
To call me a weasel is a metaphor, not a truth.
Shut up. You can try to worm your way. No. Let me try again. You can try to escape this, but...
Worms and escapes are metaphors too, just signifiers which...
No. We are here because I am prosecuting you for harassment, and you can try to believe this court is all fiction if you want to, but the jig is up. Derrida, you're going to jail because His Honor is going to make it happen. I mean... What's going on? Where is everyone? Where is the judge?
Maybe he's with Santa Claus. Maybe he's watching QVC or Sarah Palin's Alaska. Maybe there is no justice. Maybe we should just leave and admit that I am right.
What is left for me to believe in?
I am Jacques Derrida.
That's not even true.
I know. I know.